Hello to my Pisces friends. I am doing the water signs today and you're up to bat. So this is your, I was going to say your prescription for the next week, but your, tarot reading for the next week. So do with that what you will. Maybe you need to go pick up your prescription. This is your reminder. So since you're also so intrinsically intuitive, I guess you know what's going to come out, but we'll see. Take it as it resonates. Let's get a theme for this week. Oh, by the way, I'm your host, TINLA, and this is not legal advice. Just remember that. All right. What have we here? Okay. You're just out the gate. Resilience. Resilience is your superpower. Surviving and thriving under harsh conditions. Adaptability, built for survival. I'm built for comfort, not for speed. Sorry, that's terrible, but true. Intentional living, self-sufficient. And of course, self-sufficient, succulent. So maybe you live out in the desert area. Maybe you just enjoy those things. Maybe you're a desert flower. Maybe you like that Sting song. But anyway, planting seeds, more growth. Reap what you sow. Putting in work, growth, nurturing. Number 25. And thief, stealing property, robbing you of your energy, time, and money. Ooh, that's an interesting combination. I'm going to pull this all together to get more details on the theme. Spirit, tell me what else might be playing into Pisces energy this week. I don't know why I'm feeling really silly with you guys, and or gals, and non-binary pals. Maybe you're in a kind of a pleasant, silly energy right now. Look, we got sacral chakra. Cancer, I think, also got that. Or was it Scorpio? Anyway, elimination of evils. Oh, look, you got sage, evil eye, and black candle. Oh, real estate, home, house. That's coming up again. That was definitely Cancer. And energetic grounding. Okay. I am not surprised in the least. I feel like I need to get one more. Hold on. Y'all are a spiritual crew. So it is not even remotely surprising that you are really come in here. And I'm going to read this all together for you. Just bear with me. Okay. An ocean of suffering. Ooh. Emotions overwhelmed, hopeless, negativity, ignorance, powerless, mental illness, narcissist, grief, anger, weakness, struggles, anxiety, and spiritual death. But good news. Haha. Justice is coming. That's me. Hi, I'm a Libra. And I'm your reader today. So I'm going to be telling you what's what. Through Spirit. Of course, Spirit's speaking through me. I'm just using the cards. Okay, my dear, so it seems like you are somebody who is just, I'm going to use the word unflappable, all right? You're really impressive here. You have been through it. You've had people in your life that you found out along the way you thought were friends, okay? You thought that they were giving equally to the same connection that you guys had, and you needed help. You know, you were maybe drowning in responsibilities, in all these different things, that just struggling emotionally, just going through it. And you found that this person you thought was your friend, you caught him red-handed, pulling some nonsense. And for some of you, a very select group of you, this might be a friend who actually stole from you, or who you perceive as stealing from you in terms of stealing your time, like they're not giving equally to your relationship together as friends. Or it could even be somebody who has stolen, and I hate to use that term, but like a romantic partner, because I don't think you can really steal anyone's romantic partner. There's a choice being made, but any event, like that's your perception maybe, is this friend in either event turned on you and left you hanging. Maybe a lot of people in your life have left you hanging, and you've learned to become resilient over time. You've learned to make your own flowers, and in a sense, like you've built yourself up from nothing, and so I salute you. You've done great. You really have. Kudos. You've planted the seeds. You're reaping those things. You've got a home of some sort that you've built from scratch. And you're getting really rooted in that home. You're grounding. You're doing the saging and maybe putting up some evil eyes and just doing your best to keep your home a space of positivity, energy, creativity, emotional expressiveness. I'm getting, if you have children, it could be, it could be fur babies, but I'm getting like actual human-ish children. You are actually giving them a really grounded home life that perhaps you didn't have yourself, or feel like you didn't have. And that's going to come back around. You are putting out all this goodness, and I don't mean karma in a negative way, to be clear. The scales will be balanced. You'll get what's coming. What you've got coming is good things. You are setting up an environment of positivity. Perhaps you're actually meditating, or you're just praying, or thinking about things that you want. Maybe you're doing subliminals. Whatever it is, you're firmly rooted in your heart space. despite all of whatever you've been through here. And I think that's beautiful. And I commend you. Truly, I do. Like you're building a home. Even if it's not a physical home, it's a space where people feel safe with you. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And so I am really happy to be reading for you. And I hope that the tarot has nothing but good things. But I think in the course of this week, you're going to really start to see some of those. I'm getting like the fruits of your labor with this Justice is Coming card. Like you've been putting in, which is like very Seven of Pentacles, maybe Eight of Pentacles. You've been putting in the work, and now you're going to start to see the fruits of those labors. At least that's how I'm taking it. So I'm going to get some clarity through the tarot from Spirit. I'm using my Trash Panda tarot in honor of new celebrity Jimothy, which if you don't know who that is, look it up. It's adorable, and it's a raccoon type thing. So while I'm shuffling, please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate it most sincerely, and it's free. So please do that, and then comment if you don't mind. I would love to know, like, the amazing things you're up to right now, because I feel like you're building. You're doing some great things. Maybe even building a business. Let's take a look. What does Spirit got to say? What's going on with my Pisceans? Pisces. What do you got going on? And I'm reading this on July 21st, so the next week, but it could be whenever it applies to you. Five of Wands. Yeah, look, you've been through it. You've tumbled down. You tumbled down. I'm getting like the rabbit hole here. Like you've dug deep. You've actually, I'm getting, this is like you've been to therapy, perhaps, where you've really uncovered a lot of the things that have messed you up over the course of your life in terms of like affected you and made life harder for you to, made it harder for you to trust people, I'm getting almost like it's very hard for you to cut out negative people in your life. And a lot of times that could be family, or like I said, long-term friends, where it's like you want to give them another chance. You want to see the best in them. And it's almost like, oh, but you can't cut me out. I'm your mom. You can't cut me out. I'm your grandma. Like something like that, where somebody has been just a negative, I don't know, like a negative Nancy in your life. Maybe name Nancy means something. Somebody's been negative with you and has caused a lot of your self-esteem and things to crumble over the years. And you've been battling internally over how to handle these things. And maybe you're going to therapy about it. Whether it's individual therapy or some kind of group program. I'm almost hearing for some of you, like maybe like an AA, NA program, something like that. But whatever it is, take it as it resonates. I'm just getting you're getting some kind of help, even if it's self-help books or meditation. All right, next. What is going on then? What's the result of this energy, this therapeutic relief, this regrounding? What's going on this week? Okay, we've got Seven of Cups. Yeah, look at that. Okay, what a unique card. This is, okay. You're in the middle of nowhere here. Like you might have a country house or something like. There was a show I remember watching at some point with a very limited menu where they would just do literally like rice and chicken and a couple other things, like just like 5 things. But they made it the same way perfectly every day. And they would serve these meals on a barrel like this. And it just reminds me of that. So maybe you're a chef, maybe you are maybe cooking and family meals have a very large place of significance for you. But I'm also getting with the Three of Cups, there's sort of a reunion here. And I'm just saying be careful because it's with a snake. A snake. And I know snakes get a bad reputation. Maybe rightly so. They have no legs. Okay? And I still would argue, I don't know which half is the top half of the snake, or the bottom half for that matter. I don't know. But answer in the comments if you do. What I'm getting here is there's like this barrel of monkeys is usually the game here, but they're playing games. This person playing games with this reuniting energy, this Three of Cups. And the reality is with the Four of Cups here, there's an energy of like, they're not, and it's more to their side, they're not willing to see you for who you are. Like they are intentionally misunderstanding you. Like you've got all this light on your side, but they're in, you think you're being perfectly clear with them about what you need, what you want, how you feel, and they are intentionally misunderstanding you because of their own issues. Okay, it has nothing to do with you. Seven of Cups is traditionally indecision, paralysis, too many choices, confusion, but maybe there's confusion on your part as to what this person's like true motives are, and you're wanting to give them another chance here. But Spirit's saying, be very careful. Like you worked hard to get away from some of that. So when this person comes back around, just know that they know what they did. Know that they know what they did is wrong. And even though you're coming in with love and light, namaste, okay? That's not who they are. Let's find out, what is this person going to say or do with my my Piscean team here? Two of Pentacles. They're going to say, look, things were out of balance before. I was wrong. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know how to treat you. Very confused. Meanwhile, like, they see the world passing them by, and the world being like you and leaving, moving on. And they've got their back turned to the water here. They've got their back turned to the emotion that you've expressed. This apology is not genuine. It's excuses. And, you know, they might even say, like, I was so focused on my career that I just didn't really have time for you. Or, you know, I just was so stressed out that from the career that I said some things and did some things I shouldn't have done. Like, there's going to be an apology, but it's not genuine. In fact, I'm almost getting like a Page of Cups is going to come up, but we'll see. So what Spirit is my viewer, my Piscean viewer, and by the way, if you're Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, however it applies to you, or take it if it resonates for any other reason. How is my viewer going to respond to this? How are they going to take this apology when it comes in? How are they going to take it? Okay. The Hangman and the Six of Wands. Okay, I feel like I need to put this over here. Okay, a couple different things here. One, the Hangman is energy of indecision. So you might take it under advisement, is what I'm hearing. You know, because you see, like, you've changed. There's been a lot of change for you. Like, I feel like you've grown, you've matured again through that therapeutic process, or again through meditation or what have you. You're investigating what they're saying, and, you know, is there actually a bird in this birdhouse, or is this just a decoy? So I'm getting, like, you may change your perspective, but you're investigating, you're not just buying it. And so you're delaying a little bit. I'm getting taking it under advisement because it's on top of this Ocean of Suffering card. Like, you've been burned before, and while you want to give people a chance because you know what it's like to suffer, you're approaching a little more carefully. On the other hand, there might be some of you with the Six of Wands, which fell on top of the energetic grounding, almost like you're covering that up. You don't want to do that. You just want so badly to be happy with this person again. You want to heal the rift. That with Six of Wands, you just want to move forward in a victory lap. You know, you want to go home. You want to, you know, enjoy, you know, this reconciliation, right? This apology. You really want to, you know, get back on the road again with this person. But what's interesting with this card is this is not an actual horse or even zebra looking thing. This is on a spring, like one of those kids' toys that just goes bing, 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 back and forth, right? It's not actually moving. It gives me like a rocking chair sensation where it's like you feel like maybe you're going somewhere, but you're really not. Like, this is, yeah, you might feel like you're moving forward, spring moving forward, but you're going to get snapped back. Like, yes, you want this so bad, and I don't blame you, okay? I really don't. I make no judgment on that. Just be aware that your efforts to move forward and just kind of sweep all this back into the past under the rug, it might spring back at you. It might occur again. Spirit's, I think, giving you a warning here. Like, we know you're a good person. We know you're eager to move on and to rebuild. Just be careful, because that person's motives may not be the same. In fact, tell me, Spirit, what is the real motive of this person that I'm talking about here, this snake person? What is the real motive? What do they really want from my viewer? The Chariot. Oh, wow. They just want to move forward. They just want to, like, hustle. And the 7 isn't always a great card. I mean, the 7, it's a major arcana, right, with the 7. So they want a major movement here. They're hiding some of their motives with the moon and the cloud coming over it. And this is like, that makes me think of an ambulance. I mean, it could be a truck, but I feel ambulance. Like, they're making this like this is a super critical issue. And as you know, 13 is, in some cultures here in the U.S., is an unlucky number. I don't know that it is or isn't. I think it's a matter of interpretation. But, you know, this person is just wanting to move on with things. Like, let's just keep going. 7 again, when you have the 7 of Swords, you have the 7 of Cups like we have. It's a lot of change, but like it can be abrupt or hidden, or something's just not right. And look at the expression on this raccoon's face here. Like, this is not somebody who's like, let's move on because I love you so much and I can't wait to heal things. This is somebody who's like, I'm just going to cling on to whatever I can to get this moving forward. So that's what I'm getting, is this person is going to do whatever they need to do say whatever I need to say to move forward. But the reality is, like, look at this little horse here, right? And the one up here. And what's interesting about that is in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, the Chariot actually has two horses or other animals that are yoked equally, that are able, the Chariot's able to move forward because they're going the same direction, right? Here, we have these opposite directions. So this person doesn't really have their ducks in a row. They don't really have things lined up where they can move forward in a healthy, stable manner. They are just clinging on to whatever you're willing to throw their way to get things moving forward, because they want the Six of Wands. They want to just get back to things because they want to keep using you. But, you know, I'm just getting a preview of the advice, bottom of the deck. Eight of Cups. You know, I'm getting move on. Like, you need to move away from this. This is not good for you. We have the moon being obscured here. Here it's clear. And you're talking to your otter friend, which I don't know if raccoons and otters speak the same language. I have not investigated as thoroughly as probably I should. But, you know, when I think of otters, not sea otters because they're sick, river otters, I think of loving companionship. So you might have a friend, a sibling, a cousin, somebody who's in your corner that you're talking to about the situation. Should I move on? What should I do? Should I take this apology? And they're going to support you no matter what, first of all. So please don't take it out on them if they tell you things you don't want to hear, or take it out on me for that matter. They just want what's best for you, and they want you to be happy. So what is the likely outcome if things stay as they are right now for my Pisceans at the end of this week, or whenever they're watching, the week they're watching this? The Seven of Wands. Look, another 7. So maybe look that up, 777, because we had this 7 here and then here and here, and they're all on top of each other, like a 7 trifecta, which comes to 21, which is the world, by the way, 7 and 7 and 7. Or maybe you drink 7 and 7s. I don't know. But 777 is 21, which is the world. And the world is the last of the major arcana. It is the ending before you start again with a new opportunity with the Fool. So, you know, to me, I think the end result here is this could go one of two ways. I hate to say it. I hate to be obscure about it, but one way is people are trying to help you, support you, lift you up, and you are defending that. You're like, no, but you don't know him. You don't know how this works. I've been through it. You haven't. Okay. It could be that. It could also be you are holding firm in your boundaries in terms of what kind of behavior you will tolerate from this person, and, you know, finally feeling secure in those boundaries. And my Lord, I hope it's the latter, that you do actually hold your boundaries, hold firm to what it is you want, and what you want to do in your life, where you're moving. And by the way, I meant to point out, I'm talking about 7s. An ocean of suffering is number 77. Okay, just really driving home that point that these 7s are critical. So please do look that up. I would do it for you, but and I want to give you a precise answer, but my phone is being used to record. Also, I have a tarot timing sheet here that I look at in the world. It says slow but successful. So your progress here, in addition to starting something new, is slow but successful. And you're not going to believe this, or maybe you will. The 7 of Pentacles is the bottom of the deck. So again, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. I can't say it anymore. I mean, I could, but we'd be here unnecessarily for a while. I'm getting like, okay, even though this is planting for a new start and all that, the look of sorrow, if you will, in this raccoon's face, like you're moving forward, but you're not in your life, like you're rebuilding again. And I'm getting a deep sense of sorrow here, where it's like, okay, I guess I'm moving forward again. I guess I'm going, you know, here I go again on my own. And I know that you want that love. I know that you've struggled through it, perhaps in your life on your own. You felt very lonely in that struggle, and you thought maybe you had someone to walk that road with you. And again, this person has disappointed you, and I hate to say that, but you know, you're almost like regretfully going in and starting again. And I know that's hard, so I'm not going to sit here and rah-rah and pretend it's not. It is hard. And for whatever it's worth, I am proud of you. I am proud of you. Keep your head up. Don't settle for less, is what I'm being told. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is say, go ahead and think a question, like a yes-no style question. I'm going to pull my other deck here. And if you would like to tell me what your question is in the comments, I would love to hear it. I would love to know if this resonates with you, and if so, how, or if it's inspired you in some way. I always love to hear what my audience has to say. By the way, I do a lot of private readings. That's really where I have been focusing my work the last few weeks. I really enjoy the private readings, and I wanted, to kind of get back into my dailies. So here we are. Anyway, Spirit, whatever the question is that my Piscean person has thought of at this point, what is the answer? Nope, nothing want to come out. Hold on. You're thinking about it. You're thinking about it. You might change your mind. Okay. We've got recovery. Listen to your intuition and reconsider. Okay, so whatever your question is, definitely focus on yourself, listen to yourself, and reconsider as you move forward. Well, you do with that what you will. I'm just the messenger. I thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you soon. Talk to you later. Bye.